Well, I mean, let me first say that I think the important experience for the Japanese has been the Cambodian involvement. And I think the Japanese have proved in the field is competent in a very large and very complicated situation. The leadership which has been provided by the Japanese, both financially and morally and politically, has brought about a very interesting, orderly situation. I'm not saying that there are no problems, but I think that the approach and the operation is very important to study. Now, the election monitoring, which everybody, the elections which everybody feared, would not be realized. The elections were achieved, which is a very significant victory. And in that sense, there are very positive things. The more positive thing is the Japanese involvement with the operation. This is extremely positive. It means the further internationalization of solidarity between Japan and other people. I think it is extremely important that the Japanese people effectively and concretely and operationally are involved in peacekeeping operations. This brings about a greater internationalism. That is one thing. The other thing is, and I think that on peacekeeping under the authority of the United Nations, Japanese contributions would be welcomed, only because also of the fact that it is another nation coming into a plurality of nations in contributing to a common effort. Now, that does not mean, however, that Japan's only role is in developing peacekeeping operations. I think Japan also has, I think from its own history, after the Second World War, Japan was the only nation in the G7 which never really developed an armed capability. It developed a nation which prime object was economic and global economic management. This means, therefore, Japan's love for peace and its concern for peace is a very, very real one. And it is in this sense, therefore, that I think the Japanese people will play a major role in preventive diplomacy, in contributing resources, in cooperating with other nations and non-governmental organizations, in developing and sustaining peacemaking efforts in the world. I think that there is a great reservoir of peace amongst the people of Japan. And I think that it is a question of how